Welcome to Cruise Kibitz, where we give you all the advice that you didn't ask for.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Cruise Kibitz. I am Cheryl, also known as Sig Cruiser.
And I am Kiki from Team Reach Travels.
And I am Siobhan from Parkers on the Go.
And together, we are known as Cruise Kibitz. All right, so for today, we have an episode, but did we had something we were supposed to read?
All
Kiki,
right.
we have something from somebody. Can you read that for us?
We do. We have some questions from So Jess, and it says, "Hey ladies, first off, I want to say congrats to you all on the podcast, and I have loved every episode so far. Also, can someone please tell me how many lives Sid Cruiser has lived?" We got the same question. So
Yes.
My question is, how do you determine what events or activities you will partake in on your sea days? The ships have so many options to choose from, and I've had good, bad, okay, and dang, that was expensive experiences. Would you say it's a know your travel buddy kind of thing? Thanks. Tiny Cruiser's mommy.
Tiny Cruiser, I know her.
I know Tiny Cruiser really well.
I do.
All right. Well, first I'm gonna let you ladies take this question. So, Kiki, what say ye?
You know what? I just love activity. Like, first of all, I love sea days, period. So give me all the activities. But I really love laying on the beach. I love to mix a little bit of, not beach, deck. I love to mix a little bit of relaxing and fun. So I always make sure I have some time to lay on the deck on a sea day, because that's just my way of vacationing.
Yes.
But the activities that I love to do in addition to that, I enjoy bingo. I enjoy any of the like comedy shows, things like that you go to and just have a good time. And I enjoy like love and marriage show. The kind of activities I like to do, they free activities.
Okay.
So my list is a free list. So they are not the so expensive, other than the bingo, which I mean that's however much you want to spend on it.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's how I pick. I know I'm gonna mix a little bit of relaxation and a little bit of fun into my sea day, and so that's how I decide. It's just a matter of what time am I gonna do what. So yeah.
All right. What about you, Siobhan?
Well, y'all know I like to start my day with a good old sea day brunch, because that's free. And I ain't got to get up at 7 o'clock, 6:30 to get it. I can sleep in a little bit longer and still get my sea day brunch. But I love all the free activities, and usually we'll try to go through the planner and see what is available for that day. And once we go through, we just kind of pick the things we know we would like to do, and then also just try at least one thing that we wouldn't. But the expensive ones, I did bingo once. I'm not going bingo again. But outside of that, I do all free activities. So it is kind of a know your travel partner situation. And if you don't have a travel partner, know what you like to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's where I come in, because with me traveling solo, it is, knowing me, so sometimes I have arguments with myself, but that's neither here nor there. But so what I tend to do is I actually, the first day, especially like if I'm at the steakhouse, one of the things I do is just go through all of the activities for the entire time that I'm on board. And I click everything that I like to do, or that I think is interesting, even if it's at the same time. Because what's going to happen is when 7 o'clock on Tuesday night comes, then I'm going to have two events to pop up. I'm going to decide, do I want to go to A? Do I want to go to B? Or neither? So really, that's what I do. I kind of just go through and see what's interesting. And then I try to do things that I'm at the point where I'm trying to do things that I haven't tried before, so I can get a new experience. I do on sea days. Yes, I like to be on the open deck and relaxing, but now also vlogging helps me, because now I want to show, okay, yeah, even though I'm relaxing here on deck, here are some other things that you can do, if you were on a cruise on a sea day, just in case you don't want to, sit on the top deck and relax. So that's pretty much how I go about it. So,
Okay. You know, I love that that's one advantage to me that the ships are so dependent on the apps now, because all of that stuff is in the app for you to just look through and decide what you want to do and check it, add it to your calendar. And like Sig said, if you 7 o'clock roll around, you decide which one you want to do. If you decide you don't want to do neither one of them, go take a nap, you can do that too.
Exactly. Hey, and then if your travel partner wants to know where you are, tell them to check the app. You see what I got highlighted.
Yes, they can see what you clicked your favorite, so they know where you are or where you could be.
Ray would say, check my records. That's how you know what I mean.
All right, ladies, you ready to jump into today's topic?
Let's do it.
All right, so today we are going to talk about cruise cash.
Yes.
Now cruise cash, we know that's available on Carnival. You know, I sail mostly Carnival. Now, is that available on the other ships that you ladies have sailed as well?
Oh, I don't think I've not heard of it. But I've also not used it on Carnival either. So it could be out there and I just don't know about it.
All right. Well, okay. So we're going to talk about, Carnival in specific. So cruise cash, they do have an option to where you can purchase cruise cash and use that on board. Now, I know I have a little bit of experience with cruise cash in my past. But Siobhan, I want to ask you, have you used cruise cash before and how?
Yes. So there are 4 options for cruise cash, and I've used 2 of the 4. I have used it specifically for casino and specifically for the bar. So you can use cruise bar cash or cruise casino cash. So I absolutely love it because it only pulls money for those specific things out of that specific fund. So it's basically like you're buying a gift card for yourself to use on those items, and you don't have to worry about taking money from the cabin or using onboard credit that you share with the cabin. That's your money to use the way you want to use it.
Okay. So I have a question. So is this another way to say, keep your hands out of my pocket?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you can buy it. Like when you go on Carnival's website, you can buy it and it'll ask you who in the stateroom you want to buy it for. Okay. Click your name. Leave the rest behind.
For me and only me. Thanks for asking.
Yes. Yes. And it works for me, especially the bar cash, because Brandon does not drink. So it doesn't make sense for us to buy any drink packages or specialty drink packages for us. So for me, I can still have that money reserved just for my drinks. And sometimes what I try to do is if I know I'm going to cruise months in advance, I'll take, you can buy anywhere from $25 to $100 increments. So I'll buy anywhere between $25 and $50, and I'll stash it away and I'll have it for my cruise. So I'll buy $25 one month or $50 the next month. And then when I get on the ship, I have my money for my drink. So it's like my own personal bar tab.
That's something I actually didn't know because I cruise solo. I didn't know how it affects if somebody else or other people, or if you're traveling with other people. So you can purchase the cruise cash and say, put it on Siobhan's account. And it only you have access to those funds and spend it. Okay. I did not know that.
Yeah. So I have a question about that too. When you say you book bar cash and you go to purchase a drink at the bar, does it automatically come out of that bar cash that you have on your card? Yep. Okay. You don't even have to tell me. It'll come out of that right away.
It comes out of that first, and then if you exhaust it, then it'll start charging to your cabin. But yeah, it does come out of that first. So you can use it anywhere. You don't have to use it specifically at the bar. You can use it in the main dining room. I order a glass of wine in the main dining room. I go to the casino and I can drink in a casino. Or you're on the Lido deck, it automatically comes whenever you buy a drink with alcohol in it, it'll come out of that.
Okay. Yep. Do you know if you can use it, like if you're on their private island and you buy a drink, is that somewhere you can use it too?
Don't shoot me. I've never been to Carnival's private island.
Really?
I've never taken a cruise to their private island, so I don't know.
Half Moon Cay, Princess Keys, you've never been?
Nope. No.
I've only been once. I've been to Half Moon Cay one time. Okay. That was my only time on one of Carnival's private islands.
Okay. All right. So we need Siobhan to take a cruise to one of Carnival's private islands. So
I need to, and I don't know how I managed this long to go on a cruise and never hit the private island, but I've never did a Carnival private island.
Okay, well, now I can say my experience with Cruise Cash, I actually used to do this all the time, especially pre-shutdown. What I would do is estimate how much I wanted to spend on the ship for the entire cruise, and I would purchase that amount in advance in Cruise Cash so that it would be waiting there on my account. First of all, it was a monitor for me so that, you know, if I was going over that amount, if I ran out of Cruise Cash, I can say, whoa, sister, you're spending too much. You know, so you need to slow down. So,
right.
And then I
pump your brakes. Right.
You have cash. So, and then I would appreciate it that, you know, I felt good that when I walked off the ship, I never had a bill, you know, so yeah. So that was
it's like an allowance, right?
Yeah, it is. You're giving yourself an allowance.
Yeah.
You know?
So you could gift that to people then, right? If just like you gift other items and chocolate covered strawberries and platters and stuff like that, you could gift that.
There is an option. Just like when people, when you go on a cruise and if you have people to gift you things, you know, your family to, you know, gift you this while you're on a cruise, they maybe give you, you know, a bottle of this or a bottle of that. Yes, they can gift you Cruise Cash as well. So,
ooh, I feel like I never knew that, and that's such a better gift option than like chocolate covered strawberry. Like,
give me the onboard credit.
Listen. How did I not know this?
But, you know, it's like if somebody gives you a gift for Christmas, it's like, do you want a specific gift or do you want money? I'll take the money, please.
And I'm a gift giver that likes I like going and getting the gift for the person that I know that the person will like. So I'm not one that typically gives like gift cards and stuff like that. Yeah. But I feel like for a cruise, everybody can use a few extra dollars in their pocket for a cruise. If it's a way to give them something, give them that. Like,
right.
Now that I know that, that's gonna be my go-to gift item when I want to give somebody something.
Cruise Cash never offends anyone.
Anybody.
And if anyone ever wondered, it doesn't offend me. So
at all.
Now, one point that I want to say about Cruise Cash. Now, Siobhan, did you say I know you did bar cash. Had you done Cruise Cash before?
I've not done Cruise Cash before. I've done Casino Cash.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, with Cruise Cash, like I said, I would do that all the time. Now, the one thing that I would want to tell people is that, okay, when you check into Carnival and you know that if you're doing a cash account, you have to have that cash, or you have to go to the service desk to put that cash on your account. Mm-hmm. So I did notice that with Cruise Cash, it does not show up on your paperwork. So it only shows up on your sale and sign card when you get on the board. So I would always have to go to the service desk. And what I would do is print out all of the Cruise Cash, not all of the, like I bought tons of Cruise Cash, but I would print out the receipts of the Cruise Cash that I purchased and just bring that with me, so that when they're asking, hey, for that 200, because I think it's like you have to have 200 on your account or something like that. So I show them my receipts to show them, hey, I have Cruise Cash, because they can't see that at the service desk.
Right.
By regular Cruise Cash. So that's just something that I wanted to, mention. So.
See, I didn't know that. Yeah. I didn't know that you could do that as well. I've always kept a card on file, but if you're bringing cash, that's not bad.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you purchase Cruise Cash, you can purchase enough to not have to use your credit card if you don't want to. you know. And so then when you run out of cruise cash, of course, but they will like cut off your card and have you come to the service desk and put some more money on there.
Right.
You know, or if you have a card on file, once your cruise cash is exhausted, then they'll start charging your credit card. So.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now Siobhan, okay, now you said you also bought casino cash.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Hey, just the way it sounds, you know, hey, if you need to put yourself on a limit in the casino,
okay,
that's the way to do it. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it's not going to charge your cabin. If you still have the option to do that, you still have the option to charge your cabin. But yes, if you have casino, if you buy casino cash, it's kind of like putting yourself on a limit. Now, you still can't charge room. I'm not saying that you won't, but you will use those funds first when you go to casino, and actually will draw from those funds when you put your sell and sign card in, and it will actually take money from that fund first before it actually starts charging your room.
All right. So what if you're sitting down at the slot machines and I mean you're pulling away at the handle and everything, and you run out of cruise cash? So does it stop and says, "Hey, you're out of cash. Do you want to start charging your card, or do you have to keep track of that yourself?"
You can keep track of that yourself, but also if you're down to zero, it'll ask you, "Do you want to charge your room?" So that's when that kicks in.
So it's like, you know, hey, let me make this clear. You're out of cash. Do you want to continue? Okay.
Right. But I mean, just always remember, all of these things are always linked to your sell and sign card. So you can always pull up the app and kind of, you know, track yourself of what you spent. So there's another option besides just, you know, sitting at a casino and watching the slot machine, because the slot machine just gonna take whatever you give it. But you can pull up your app and it will tell you what you charge. You know, if you brought $100 casino cash and you're at $99.98, you ain't got no more money. You need to start talking to your husband or your wife or your pockets. Like, you need to have that conversation.
Woo, you'll be like that lady that was on Raw the other day telling her husband, "I'm so sorry I spent $3,000 in that casino, baby."
$3,000.
Yeah.
I said,
those stories like that is what actually made me start purchasing cruise cash, you know, back in the day, and also making sure that, you know, I wanted to walk off, you know, the ship and not have a bill. Now these days, the only reason I don't purchase cruise cash anymore, because I tend to spend the same amount on the ship, so I know what that amount is going to be. Yeah. So I'm really prepared for that. I don't tend to overspend.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good point. But listen, casino cash sounds like the gift that keeps on giving. Because you give somebody some casino cash, they might level up on that cash a little bit. On that's nice.
Now, one last question. Okay, so with the casino cash and with the bingo cash, if you don't spend it all, then what happens?
It's forfeited.
Oh, so you gotta make sure you spend it.
Spend it.
The
last time I did cruise cash, I did it for the bar. And on the last night, I spent everything except for $3. So I brought a soda. And that soda cost me $3.95, and I happily paid that 95 cents because I'm not no man left behind. I'm taking all my dollars.
All of them. Every single one. Every coin.
Okay, well, that is certainly good to know.
Yes.
So yeah, buy what you're going to use.
yeah, definitely.
No,
so I wonder. I'm guessing that probably means. I want, like, if you book a cruise and you purchase the cruise cash, but then you don't go through with the cruise, I wonder if you forfeited in that situation too.
No, in that case, they would issue you a refund, because I believe I had that to happen one time where I purchased, cruise cash. The cruise was canceled, and I was refunded my money.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Was it canceled on your end or canceled on the cruise line's end?
Oh, it had to have been canceled on the cruise line's end, because sure don't cancel cruises. So I can't remember what the situation was, but I know it was them. It wasn't me.
He said, "Wasn't you?"
And that's why she got 20 some odd cruises on the
Yes, exactly.
Get on Cheryl's level.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay, ladies. Well, I hope we have, shed some light on Cruise Cash. So I am going to say, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions about this topic, or if you have any questions that you would like to ask us for future episodes, what can they do, Kiki?
So if you have questions, you can reach out to us at cruisekibitz@gmail.com, or you can send us a direct message on Instagram, on our Cruise Kibitz Instagram, or any of our individual Instagrams. That is Parkers on the Go, Sid Cruiser, or Team Reese Travels. We would love to have your questions. We would love to hear a review. Let us know what you think of the show. We would love to hear it, and we'll definitely feature your questions and comments on the show.
All right. Well, any final words, Siobhan?
Final word. Oh, very important. You can buy Cruise Cash, but you're limited to $500 per person in the cabin. So if there's 3 people in the cabin, you can have $1,500 worth of Cruise Cash, but it's only $500 per person.
Oh,
I did not know that. Maybe because I've never hit that limit.
Right, I remember that much either, but yeah, there is a limit of how much Cruise Cash. Because if you don't spend all $500,
right,
they got your money. So
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Even in casino cash.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I would think that they would limit the casino cash, though. I would think they would be like, "Hey, let that baby roll."
Well, they want you to let it roll.
They don't want to deal with you on debarkation day in their face talking about why you let me spend $1,500.
Right. Exactly.
All right, ladies, and with that, you know what I think we're gonna do? I think we're gonna call this a podcast.
Sounds good to me.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye. Happy cruising.
Happy cruising.